we're coming back to you live from our homes. I'm Sean.
And I'm Zach.
Uh,
That was that was quite the time to transition. Yikes. Okay. I'm so
I
sorry
just,
for our listeners at the end there.
I just needed it to be over. It's just like I need to stop talking.
John,
Um,
we hadn't even
what?
started the episode. You want to stop talking already? What do you mean?
Well, it was about what it was, right? So like moving
Oh yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
conversation. And what better way to carry on a conversation than to introduce the show you're watching, which is Spicy Nugs and Smash Bros, exclusive on Pyramid Planet, the YouTube channel.
That's true. Only
You
place you can
actually
find it.
can't find it anywhere else. And that's just like, that's one of the special magical pieces of the whole channel of Pyramid Planet. A
Sean,
very special place in what?
we just lied to the listeners. There is
Did we?
another place Spicy Nugs exists.
Where?
Aren't there literally recordings that you guys sent to Nikki of Spicy Nugs? The
I
the
guess that's
physical
true.
edition?
The CD version, but they're not mass produced. Like
Oh, they're
Spicy Nugs,
unique. Exquisite.
the oh no,
Oh, oh. Darn.
they're because like Spicy Nugs, since it is on a YouTube channel, by the very nature of it being on a YouTube channel, it is a mass produced thing made for the purpose of getting profit.
Um why are you lying so much this episode? This is about me. This has always been about me and the YouTube money.
Right, that's what I said. It's mass produced to make a profit. That's the whole point of it.
What is
It's
it?
all
I mean, would you say? Okay, never mind. I can't say. Are we mass producing spicy nugs? But we have 4 years of spicy nugs to go through. So,
we're pretty mass produced. I wonder we're not above 200 episodes at this point, do you think?
oh, we have to be close. I think we
Time
have
to
to be
go on
real
a
close.
Let me go on a quick
'Cause
journey
weren't
here
we
to
like
the
weren't we above 150 last time we looked, and that was
we
a while ago,
I'm not
right?
a I'm not 100% sure. Let me see here.
We'll
I'm
have
gonna
Sean
throw
do some quick math. Quick
let me
maths.
throw so twice. Oh, okay, I'll pull out the calculator.
Sean,
I'm
what
not
happened to
gonna.
the quick maths?
Well, yeah, it'll be quicker with a calculator.
Ah, I see. Oh, that's
Yeah,
okay. Okay. So you're saying
yeah,
I don't actually need to know math as long as I have a calculator?
that's correct.
Gotcha.
33 plus
Gotcha.
26 plus 24 plus 12
Don't forget to add in the lost
plus
episode.
22 plus. Shut up. Uh,
Hey, it existed in the present moment and nowhere else, but it did exist.
plus 8. We are at 163 as of. I mean, well, okay, technically that's everything that's up on the channel. We have more than that recorded.
Sean, you just dated
Um,
us. You saying we don't put these up the day we record them?
of
The
course not.
viewers are gonna be so mad. I can see it.
Dude, I'm gonna waste my time. I've spent like 3 years before this doing that. Of course not.
No.
How dare you? How dare
You're
you?
a changed man, I understand. You saw the error of your ways.
Oh man. Okay, Zach.
Hello.
Let me
That's my name.
let me get this let me get this out of the way.
Okay.
Let's get this
Okay.
out.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
You know, I've been thinking, right? Um, this thing is like, oh gosh, oh yikes.
Sean didn't even come prepared. I'm devastated. Everyone, welcome to ASMR with Sean, where Sean fiddles with his guitar, and that's it.
You're making it really hard to tune, man.
Oh, me? Me.
Yeah.
I'm the problem. I believe it.
Sean, cut this out.
No, Sean, keep it in. This is quality content. Keep it in, Sean.
That'll be good enough. So here's what I figure, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
We've had so many wonderful end slate songs, right? You know, transitional pieces now.
We really have.
But it occurred to me we've never had like a nice gentle one.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay.
We've never had like a nice peaceful. Actually, that's not true, but like that's okay. Pretend I'm being
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
like a nice like a.
Dude,
Right, and
you were gonna put me to sleep there. That was lovely.
then we just suddenly just have it like come in like.
I think that needs to be the new outro for literally everything.
Just a sudden dramatic shift.
That's gonna be a long outro song. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
And by that I mean
don't know
I
if
won't
keep
listen
it.
to it, but I listen to it in the present, and that's what really matters.
You know what the big problem with it is? The guitar just still wasn't in tune at all.
Do you want me to drive my guitar over? It's probably closer than yours.
Yes, please.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Future Sean, cut this part out.
Thank you.
Sean, I didn't make it.
That's okay.
There was a
I'm gonna
bear.
use that. I'm gonna use that as the transition song instead of what I played.
All right, I'm down. Wait, no. You have to mix them together. You have to combine these two.
Oh, yeah,
So it's
just
like
layer
it's
them.
like just like the most gentle guitar in the background. It doesn't be.
It's already done, man.
Perfect.
It's already done.
Perfect. I'm glad our unique outro song has continued this entire semester so far.
And somehow kept it going, I guess.
I mean, honestly, you're doing all the work for them. I just exist, so.
Yeah. Tell me something new, man.
Uh, uh, I bring nothing to the podcast.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. I'm
But-
a man who is. I have two. I'm a man with two podcasts. Count them, two. Ask me how many podcasts I'm on. My answer is two. That's how important I am to society.
Are you saying our value as an individual is solely comes from the amount of podcasts that we are a
I mean,
part
hey,
of?
my college experience is defined by Spicy Nuggs. Like, let's be real. Both of our college experiences will be that. And if
That's
there's anything
true.
I learned
That's true.
from that college experience, it is exactly what you just said. Our worth as people is perfectly defined and encapsulated in the number of podcasts you are in.
Dude,
Just facts.
you just blew my mind, and it makes so much sense why my self-worth has been so low recently. I mean, I only have one podcast. I would go find a new co-host to make another podcast with. That's cool, right? That's cool. It's no big deal.
Yeah, of course. I don't mind. Why would I mind?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I thought you'd be okay with it, you know, since you betrayed me and everything I stood for and everything I loved when you started your second podcast with Ben. But it's fine. It's no big deal.
Betrayed, Zach? What are you talking about?
Huh?
I talked it out with you. We communicated. You said it was. Are you not fine with it?
Oh no, Sean, it's fine. It's absolutely fine.
Because Zach, listen, if it's not fine, Like, I can just stop talking to you, and that'll make it easier for both of us, probably. You know?
It's fine, Jonathan. It's fine. Don't stop talking to me, please.
Okay.
Then I'll have no podcasts, and I'll have no work.
Nah, man, don't even worry. Don't worry your pretty little head about it. Of course, I'm not planning to abandon you and throw you to the side of the road like a discarded like a discarded shell of a nut as you're driving down the road and eating nuts, and then you spit the shell out the side. Of course, I wouldn't do that to you.
Hey, Sean. That
Yeah, Zach.
sounded a little specific there.
I I don't know what you're talking about, man. It's a metaphor, and it's a metaphor that doesn't matter because obviously it's not going to happen to you. You're not going to be like a freaking shell. Why can't I think of the name of a single nut? All I can think of is the word avocado, but that's not a nut.
Pistachio,
Thank
almond, hazelnut, walnut, pecan.
You will not be like a pistachio nut tossed to the side of the road as I drive off into the happy sunset, and you're left to be eaten by whatever woodland creatures exist.
Are you saying I'm not even worthy of being a pistachio, the best nut? I'm just a peanut or something like that?
I just said you're a pistachio. Well, I said you're the shell of one.
No, you said I wasn't even.
Well, I mean, like, if you really look at it from my perspective.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. So.
I'm gonna kill some children just to prove it.
Not the younglings.
You got me, Anakin. That's a good point. I did think about the fact that if you killed a bunch of children, it would prove how evil we are. That's a good point.
Anakin also has the high ground. The moral high ground.
No, he doesn't. Okay. It's like that's literally the opposite of what happened.
One has the physical, one has the mental.
You're right. He totally does have the moral high ground. Wow. I wish. Do you think one day we will be as good of people as Anakin is at the end of Star Wars Episode 3?
There's a lot to live up to there. Let's be honest. He was the chosen one after all. So.
You're supposed to bring balance to the Force, not destroy it.
You're like a brother to me, Anakin. I love you.
You can't destroy the Force.
I mean, you could.
That line didn't make any sense. That's like destroying.
It's about destroying the balance of the Force, Sean. Obviously.
Yeah. Did he achieve that?
Yes.
He killed a lot of people.
Well,
the universe still like continued to exist.
Well, he did achieve that until the new trilogy came out and ruined everything. So.
I mean, to be fair, I only saw 7 and 8, and then I forgot what happened in both of them. No, that's not true.
That's for the best.
In episode 7, the exact same thing happened that happened in episode 4.
Yep.
And then in episode 8, Leia got launched out into space and then like was fine.
Yep.
But there was one really cool shot. I do remember from episode 8 where they like light speed through a ship. That was pretty cool.
No, Sean, that part's horrible. Visually, it looked great, but the amount of plot holes it introduced was terrible.
I wasn't talking about plot holes. I was talking visually.
Okay, fair enough. Visually,
I said there's one really good shot.
Well, that could be a whole bunch of things. Was it the imagery that made the shot good? Was it the subtle nuances in the background?
Oh, and then there's like they're on like the salt planet.
And the salt planet looked really cool. I will say.
What's his face? Snape's son, I think.
Snape's son.
Kylo
Ren.
He wants to. Oh yeah, sure. He was gonna go kill Mr. Luke boy, and they're like running on the salt, and underneath the salt, it's red. I don't know why. Still, it distracted me from everything else happening in the scene. I was like, why is it red?
I can't. Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then Luke was fine because he was actually dead. Is
well,
that right?
It was a force projection.
Oh, of course.
Obviously.
let's talk. Let's talk about the Force in Star Wars, right?
Okay.
Um, so the Force is um something about mitochondria. What is are those what those are called?
No, Sean. The
The powerhouse
mitochondria
of
is
the
the
cell.
powerhouse of the cell.
Right,
You
that would make
see,
sense.
you
That's where the
see.
Force comes
No,
from.
no, no. You see, metachlorians are the powerhouse of the
Oh.
force.
Inside every midichlorian is just a whole nother
It's
order
just
of
mitochondria.
Jedi and Sith with their own mitochondria and midichlorians, and it eternally spirals inward.
I mean,
Did you?
time is a circle, so
But also a line, yeah.
yeah.
Um, so okay, so we got mitochondria, um, and
Well,
that's the powerhouse of the cell,
yeah, yeah.
um, which powers the Force.
Because that powers the metachlorians, obviously.
Well, because I have to assume midichlorians are either a part of the cell or a cell themselves, which means either
Mm.
they're being powered by the mitochondria by being a part of the cell, or they're being powered by them by being a cell. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay, great. So everybody has mitochondria, but not everybody has midichlorians. Like for instance, little Annie boy has a lot, like the
Mm.
highest count they've seen it ever, right?
Yep, yep.
And because of that, they're like, ah, you must be the chosen one. You're going to bring balance to the force,
Makes sense
right?
if you don't think about
Okay,
it.
great. So, and then that only gets solidified when he wins a pod race.
Uh-huh.
Right. Okay. Great. So he wins a pod race, and then he goes into space, and he says, "Now this is pod racing." Um, and 10 years pass,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and he
Nothing
falls in
eventful
love.
happens in those 10 years.
He falls in love with the queen, I think.
Close enough.
Sure.
Well,
Um,
yes. Yes,
but
you're right.
Jedi's aren't allowed to love because they have too many midichlorians. And what
Well,
would happen if midichlorians got into the royal bloodstream? That'd be terrible.
that would be that wow. Could you
Yeah,
imagine royal Jedis? That'd be insane.
that'd be
Are
terrible.
the
I can't
Sith
even.
just royal Jedis?
Well,
They
that's
just
kind of
have
what it
royal
seems
blood.
like. See, Jedi's, they don't have any feelings at all,
Mm.
whereas Sith have
Do they have too
feelings.
many feelings?
They just have feelings.
Oh,
Um,
they simply exist.
yeah, they just are. They're like humans, but they also kind of they have the midichlorians, right?
Okay, okay.
Whereas a Jedi is a human, or a Jedi is someone with midichlorians who also has nothing in the brain receptors that connects to the emotional part of the
A
brain.
Jedi is a homunculus with metachlorians. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So I have a
So,
question here.
yeah, yeah.
Because this is very important when it comes to metachlorians. Um, so like, let's talk about cancer.
Yeah,
You
it's a good time too.
Oh,
Ugh.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
know how like the cancer spells just like they just never stop spreading, right?
Uh,
Can metachlorians become a cancer cell, and then you just keep getting more metachlorians upon metachlorians, and then that you just infinitely scale in power?
so, I don't know if you've ever heard of this is a little niche series, but it's called Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, okay. I think I've
That,
heard it in the dark web before, but
yeah, that's where the crossover between these two happen, right?
so you're
I think
saying
it's
when metachlorians become over 9,000, they reach a new level and become
yeah.
a super Jedi?
Remember when the guy in Dragon Ball Z, I think his name was like Vegetable or something.
Vegetable.
Um, and he
I
was
know
like,
his name. I haven't
"Haha,
even seen it.
I have over 5,000 power." And then they're like, "Oh no!" And then he like launched an energy blast. That energy blast is just a giant ball of midichlorians. And the reason it's bad if it hits them is because, like you said, they all have cancer, and that's just shooting more cancer at someone else. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but no one like in Dragon Ball Z if Consequence ever really dies.
Wait, didn't
And if
Goku
they
die
do,
like
then they're
4
fine.
times?
But that's what I'm saying is even when they do die, they just come back, and they have even more cancer than before. Like
Oh, oh.
the cancer is like a parasite that consistently forces you to stay alive so that it continually can feed off of you.
So what I'm hearing is that metachlorians are a disease, and the Jedi are plagued with this disease.
So this brings us back to Anakin killing the children. We were talking about him having the moral high ground. That is because he was killing them out of mercy because they were on the path to being A, emotionless, but B, cancer ridden. Um, and when you're emotionless and cancer ridden, then you can do things like rule the entire government from the background and like do
Mm,
really
mm.
horrible psychotic things. So he did them a service, but then he got caught on the physical low ground and had his legs chopped off.
So,
Um,
so what I'm hearing is that Anakin did nothing wrong.
Here's the craziest part. Okay, we all talked about Anakin being the chosen one, right? He brings balance to the Force in the end by throwing what's his face down the elevator shaft, whatever, right?
Palpatine? What's his face?
The
Fake
Wrinkle Boy,
fan. Fake fan.
the Wrinkle Boy, Mr.
Okay.
Poopy Tease, or whatever it is. So,
Yeah, sure,
but
sure.
the truth is, Obi-Wan was actually the chosen one. Because you want to know, the chosen one was bringing balance to the Force, and guess how he did that? He chopped off Anakin's legs, which housed most of the midichlorians, bringing balance to Anakin, which meant later on as Darth Vader, he could seemingly bring balance to the Force by tossing poopy teas down the elevator shaft with all the lightning and such.
Wow.
Yeah,
We figured it
that's
out. The debates can be put to rest. Anakin did nothing wrong.
Anakin. Okay, we make a shirt that says Anakin did nothing wrong. It's just
It just shows like a pixelated version of him walking into the.
the younglings. Just with the lightsaber coming out. Anakin did nothing wrong.
uh, Check out the new merch in the link below.
Oh, holy crap, that is funny. Oh my goodness. Dude, I can't believe we've gone 4 years of Spicy Nugs and never had a deep discussion about Star Wars. Like, you're obviously a huge fan, and I basically wrote it, so like it's crazy that
That I feel like we've always like we've joked about Star Wars, like all the prequel memes and stuff. But I've actually never just talked about Star Wars. I didn't realize
Yeah.
you were such a fake fan this whole time.
Me?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm not a fake fan.
Well,
I just told you I basically wrote it.
I mean, yeah, but then you kind of forgot everything, like the people's names. So like, do you even care
No.
enough to remember it?
Here's the thing. Okay. Right. So there's a guy, George Lucas. You've heard of him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He supposedly created Star Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But where do you think he got the idea for midichlorians from? Right?
Oh no.
A small, like 6-year-old
Oh
blonde boy.
no.
That perfectly describes me as a child
Oh no.
who's just highly talented and full of himself. Hello.
Sean ruined Star Wars. It all makes sense. It's Sean's fault.
It's all the midichlorians
I
were my
bet
fault.
I bet you
Baby.
came up with Jar Jar as well.
What? Nah, I'm not that talented. I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you. But I think I didn't come up with Jar Jar because like I remember George Lucas visiting when I was 6 or whatever.
Oh
And he
yeah,
was like,
yeah, yeah.
I need a comic relief character. And I just need I've come up with the character already. His name is Jar Jar Binks. He's gonna be like kind of a fishy boy, that can jump. But I don't really know what else to do with him. And I said two things in that moment. I said, Misa evil.
I knew Jar Jar was a Sith Lord
And
the whole time.
And that is how he came up with the idea that Jar Jar would speak with Misas and that he would secretly be a Sith Lord.
Have you seen all the like theories of Jar Jar actually being a Sith Lord?
Yeah,
They're
it's awesome.
incredible.
They're really good. I believe it wholeheartedly. I was really hoping in episode 9 they would unveil Jar Jar.
As a Sith, he's the one who brings back the First Order and all that.
And you know what? I guess technically I don't know for sure that they didn't do that because I never saw it, but I feel like it ended up being Poopy Tease again, and I'm not interested in him. He got thrown down an elevator shaft and died. That's such a lame way to die.
Yeah, it was Palpatine in the end, and it was like, okay, well there goes everything from the original trilogy.
Wasn't Rey like Poopy Tea's daughter?
Yep.
How?
Sean, we don't ask questions.
Who did he be intimate with enough to have a child? Have you seen that man?
Well, Sean, don't you know that the dark side is a pathway to many things that people consider to be unnatural?
Like emotions?
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say, I love Star Wars. I love it like a brother, like a weird, estranged brother who I don't talk to very often.
Okay.
Who's not actually my brother, who's like maybe like a fifth cousin, maybe if we're like willing to get that close, but we're really not. But I will say that despite all of its flaws, I think there are a few things in this world that create more hatred than people arguing about Star Wars online.
That's actually so true. Especially when the new trilogy was coming out, dude. It was a mess. It was
so much.
It was a great time.
So many angry people. And I just go back to what the Game Grumps said, which is like, it's about space wizards. Like, why is everyone so angry?
No,
it's about space wizards.
Listen here. I'll die on this hill. These are space wizards that we care about.
Do you know the dude said he has they have space wizards because they have midichlorians? That's why they're space wizards.
Well, but the mitochondria also help.
The mitochondria power everything. I think we're ignoring the importance of. I think that's what we've been missing in all of the Star Wars lore is the discussion of how mitochondria are actually the true powerhouse of everything.
I agree.
Mitochondria are the source of the Force. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And Sean, I just want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely agree with you when we say that Anakin did nothing wrong, and that the viewers and listeners should really click on the link down below in the description and check out the new merch there. Maybe buy a pair for yourself. Maybe buy a shirt for a friend, a family, your grandma.
For some children you're gonna kill, you know.
Really, just buy it. Just buy a shirt for everyone you know.
Yeah. And I promise you that if you do that, you will have the moral high ground.
And join us next time for when me and Sean dive deeply into the esteemed novel, award-winning from the New York Times, of Captain Zack Sparrow. Thank you all so much for watching.
How dare you?
I'm so sad.
And I'm still Sean. How dare you?
See you next time.
Goodbye. How dare you?
Okay. I saw our the crap I typed to you about like Fuji Goo Guarni. I had no idea what this was already. Like I'm like, what the fetch was I typing to Sean? So
I remember it at this moment. Do you want to know?
I
you
do,
want
I
me
do.
to- okay.
Please enlighten me.
You told me to find the hidden message in the emails you've been sending me.
Oh yeah.
So that was me trying to pronounce one of the words.
And it was right. It was Guarni's journey to Mount Fuji to get goo down or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Guarny was getting some goo. I don't know.
That basically sums up my entire existence with you.
Oh, hey, thanks, man.
It's what I'm here for. It's what I'm here for.
I'm gonna be. Can I just be real with you? Real quick, Zach. Just
how
I'll be
real
100% real.
How real are we talking?
Like real, really, really real.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because we're
Gotcha.
because we're having a podcast together. We're about to embark on a journey we don't even know what of.
That's true. That's true.
And I just wanted to make it clear that I am like very well, not very, but I am just sick today. That's why I'm home. And I'm tired. So I just wanted you to have in your brain the idea that at any moment this whole thing could go off the rails. We could die. We could die.
I'm prepared for death.
I might poop my pants.
I'm not prepared for that though. I will keep that in the back of my mind. I will mentally prepare so if that time comes while we are together in this recording.
So if we're just talking and then I'd go silent at one point.
I'll know. Okay.
You just hear like uncomfortable, like wet sounds. Just recognize that for what it is, and we can move forward.
Okay, great. I will acknowledge it silently and move on. Sound like a plan?